Earthworms are often called the architects of healthy soil. They aerate, fertilize, and quietly build ecosystems beneath our feet. But while many gardeners dream of worm-rich beds, their day-to-day habits unknowingly send these little soil builders packing. The truth is, it doesn't take much to drive earthworms away. Often just a few common mistakes are enough to make your garden feel like hostile territory. Let's uncover the 5 biggest worm repellents and explore better alternatives to help you build a thriving, living soil system. One of the fastest ways to destroy a worm-friendly environment is through overfeeding. It's tempting to dump every kitchen scrap, fruit peel, or coffee ground into your soil, hoping it turns into rich compost. But there's a limit. Overloading your soil or worm bin with too much organic matter creates a soggy, acidic, and pest-attracting mess. As the excess food begins to rot instead of breaking down, it disrupts microbial balance and produces foul-smelling gases. Earthworms will sense the toxicity and escape. The better approach is moderation. Only add what the worms can process within a few days. Mix food scraps with carbon-rich materials like shredded cardboard, leaves, or sawdust. This keeps the decomposition rate in check and balances pH levels, creating a steady and safe environment for worms to thrive. The second mistake is getting the moisture level wrong. Worms breathe through their skin, which must remain moist at all times. Too dry and they dehydrate. Too wet and they suffocate. Many gardeners either forget to water their soil beds regularly, or, in a panic, drown them with too much water. Raised beds and containers are especially prone to drying out fast, while bins without drainage trap water at the bottom. The solution is to maintain consistent, moderate moisture. Aim for the texture of a wrung-out sponge, damp but not dripping. Mulching your soil with straw, shredded leaves, or aged compost helps retain this balance naturally and shields the surface from drying winds or scorching sun. Temperature swings are another invisible killer. Earthworms prefer stable, cool conditions between 60 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. When soil gets too hot in summer or freezes in winter, worm populations decline fast. Raised beds made of metal or shallow containers are especially vulnerable to heat stress. Worms will either burrow deep to escape or flee entirely if conditions become unbearable. The key is insulation. In summer, shade your worm zones using thick mulch layers or temporary shade cloth. In cold seasons, insulate with straw or cover your beds with compost blankets. Avoid placing worm bins or piles in full sun, and never leave them exposed to freezing conditions. By providing thermal protection year-round, your worm population will remain active and productive. Another subtle mistake many gardeners make is disturbing the soil too frequently. Tilling, flipping, or poking through the soil every few days might feel productive, but it's incredibly disruptive to worms. So, when we till the soil, their tunnels collapse, their egg cocoons are destroyed, and their colonies scatter. Earthworms build these stable systems underground, and honestly, they really thrive when left undisturbed. Instead of tilling, try adopting a no-dig approach. Just layer organic matter right on the surface and let the worms do all the mixing for you. Over time, their movement will naturally incorporate those materials into the lower layers, keeping the structure intact and, really healthy. Finally, the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides is a surefire way to decimate your worm population. Synthetic fertilizers may deliver quick plant growth, but they acidify the soil and disrupt microbial communities that worms rely on. Pesticides and herbicides are even worse. Many are toxic to invertebrates and kill beneficial soil life on contact. If you want to attract and retain earthworms, go organic. So, you can use compost, worm castings, aged manure, or even natural mineral supplements like rock dust. These options not only feed your plants, but they also nourish the entire soil food web that supports earthworm life. What's really powerful about earthworms is just how quickly they respond to improved conditions. If you've made any of the mistakes mentioned above, you can actually begin reversing them today. So it's time to adjust your feeding practices, fix the moisture, insulate your beds, and hey, consider going no-dig. Ditch the chemicals too. Within just a few weeks, you'll notice castings on the surface, tunnels throughout your soil, and maybe even earthworms emerging after a gentle watering. These are honestly signs of life and your reward for working with nature. Worm-rich soil is not just a sign of a healthy garden, it's the engine behind it. Earthworms multiply the effects of everything you do right: composting, mulching, watering, and planting. When you avoid the common pitfalls and prioritize their needs, they'll repay you with soil that's fertile, fluffy, and bursting with invisible energy. If this guide helped you understand what might be pushing earthworms away and how to bring them back, give it a try in your own garden. You'll be surprised at how fast they return when the conditions are right. For more science-backed, gardener-tested tips like this, don't forget to subscribe to Hydrohaven. Share this video with a friend whose soil could use a little wriggling magic, and let's bring the life back to the ground, together.